All right, so here we go. What's going on? I've bid 3,050 bucks. I just only made one bid. It was standing on 3K, and my 50 bucks turned out to be decisive. So now what we're looking at. So you can already see that we already have a counter offer, which is around 4 grand. If I had a chance to see this car in person, now obviously that would either lower or higher my highest bidding point on this car. But as far as I don't have any type of information, and generally dealing with flooded cars is yet another headache, which generally is not something that I'm or willing to go through. But in this case, I at least hope that the scenario could be quite different. So right now, what's going on? We're waiting for our bid to be either accepted or rejected, because definitely I'm not willing to step up, and I'm not even willing to make any counter offers. So this is my final bid, and with gate without with corporate fees out of the gate, it's gonna cost around 3.8, 3.7. I think it would be in more of a 3.8 range. Now let's take a look why I have bid on this car, what's going on, and everything. So it looks super tricky. I mean, generally, you just can clean the flooded car in a way that and not even really leave any single mark uh, on the car, and it's gonna look just perfectly like a normal car, drivable, will look clean, and extra clean, and yeah. But what's going on here? I mean, is this car really flooded, or is it just an insurance scam? That's what made me to make this take this risk and increase my final bet. So let's do a quick review. What we see here on the other side, yeah, you can see that there's one small dent on the hood. Yeah, I think it's visible. On top of that, you can see that the under tray is lying on the back seat. And another thing that you can see is that this center console panel is missing. Who the hell knows why? It maybe just also have been the previous damage. As already mentioned, it should have around 67,000 miles. So I checked the history of the car. It seems to be well serviced, so I don't think it's gonna be mechanically damaged unless the water has got into the engine and locked things up. But still, that's not gonna be the end of the world. I'll try my best to fix it. If I see that it's financially not more viable to continue doing it, I'm just not gonna put extra money into it. I'm just gonna pot it out as fast as I can. But the another mark and another reason what actually really uh, helped me take this step is the calipers. Generally, when you have a flooded car, those calipers are getting rusted out. Yeah, you can see just a small amount of rust here, but if we take a closer look, you can see that one part of the caliper on the upper side looks a little bit cleaner than the rest. So let's suppose that this was the water line. And if it was the water line, it didn't even wouldn't even have gotten to the interior. That's one potential thing that I would be super happy to expect. But still, we're gonna see. We still have quite a lot of time for it to arrive and everything. Yeah, so generally it doesn't have any keys. So the best plot twist for me would be just to for it to turn out to be an insurance scam, for me to just reprogram and get a new key and just start it up. But usually that's not how things work around here. Yeah, but still, like the best case scenario would be that. The worst case scenario would be locked up engine, the interior, and every electronical component in the car is damaged by the water. But let's see. And well, there was a flood in the period where it had the last report of the service. Um, but still, let's hope for the best. I mean, that's it for now. And actually, um, well, it turned out that I have bought this car. Let me show you the bit. So the seller accepted my offer, and I just paid to Coport $3,775, which if we include the shipping, that's gonna be delivered to my country another around 2 grand. So I'm in this car around uh, 5.7 to my door, and I mean there's quite a lot of room for, let's say, one certain thing to turn out to be wrong, but I'm just still hoping for the best. Um, yeah, just if you ever decide to buy a flooded car, I'm gonna do a tutorial later on how you can really find the right car. But in this case, I haven't really followed any of the steps that I'm gonna be guiding you. Although you can see that generally when cars get flooded on Copart, they most of the times maybe just leave a window a little bit open. But since this car didn't have any keys, that's understandable. Or either leave the door slightly open for air to vent out just a little bit, not to get molded up. We can see that the windows are not rolled down here, neither are the doors, and by the shape of interior, you can't really tell that this car has been flooded. So my associations would be the damage should be somewhere in the under tray territory. I'm hoping for it to be the oil pan, but yeah, it's just a wild guess. So we're gonna see. We can end up in the image of, where it's just missing the whole engine, but I don't think that's the case because you can see by the way the car is sitting. It's not generally when are engines missing. You have the front suspension sitting much higher. This is not the case here, so I hope it's not disassembled to say the least. All right, that's it. I'll keep you updated for sure. So, good luck to me, and thanks for staying here, whoever was watching. See ya.